What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another video. The hypocrisy of the Democrats, the hypocrisy of so many people in the government right now is just funny. And I don't mean funny, haha, it's just funny how stupid they are. But this video is technically the second part to the Biden crime family, so if you haven't seen that first one, I highly suggest you watch the Biden crime family part 1, because this is part 2. Now, in this one, we got this gentleman here talking about how, Secretary Blinken is being accused of lying under oath to protect Hunter Biden. Now, there has already been proof that he has. Now, we're just going to go ahead and get into this and get all the info. Now, this is on Fox News.
Specific decisions that Joe Biden made either as vice president or president that are very concerning to us, that we believe could potentially lead back to payments that were made to these LLCs that were then laundered down to the Biden family members.
Yep.
A very serious charge from House Oversight Committee Chairman Congressman James Comer speaking with me last Sunday on this program on what his committee has uncovered so far in their investigation into the Biden family's business dealings and influence peddling. On Wednesday,
does he look like he's destitute to you?
The Justice Department amid an ongoing criminal investigation.
This motherfucker, literally, he says he's destitute, so he can't pay that much in child support to his, quote unquote, illegitimate child. But yet, I bet his suits cost more than my rent per month, which is almost $2,000. I bet one part of his suit is like that much money. But this dude says he is destitute.
That began in 2018 into the first son's taxes and a purchase of a gun. Meanwhile, Biden has been ordered to appear in an Arkansas courtroom tomorrow for a hearing into his ongoing paternity case involving his 4-year-old daughter, who he so far will not acknowledge. Joining me right now with more on all of this is Wisconsin Republican Senator Ron Johnson. He was first in investigating the Biden family business deals in the Senate, along with Senator.
So, the Biden family's business dealings with China, right? So, does anyone remember what the Democrats and everyone in Congress was doing when Trump was president? All right, you remember how much crap Trump got when he stepped down from, being the main person of his company and let his son take over because he became president, right? They literally tried to get Trump impeached for every little thing and every little deal that his son did. So if that's okay, right, how is this not okay? Like, this dealings with China. Plain and simple, right? This right here would be like, okay, guess what? Now we're investigating you beyond belief. And with the fact that they literally have a paper trail, they are effed. But how much you want to bet nothing's going to happen?
Chuck Grassley back in 2018. Senator, it's great to see you. Thanks very much for being here this morning.
Good morning, Maria.
Your investigation into Hunter Biden and his business dealings began when? Because I want to get into the Anthony Blinken situation.
Before Biden was president.
Right. But your investigation began when? 2018 or even earlier than that?
Really focusing on the Bidens, probably the tail end of 2019 and then in 2020, where, of course, we had the pandemic outbreak, so that did make things easier. Quite honestly, I didn't have the full support of my committee or the conference to subpoena the Bidens. They thought it was too political.
Right.
Yeah.
So, they were
too political, but they went after Trump. Too political, but they went after Trump. Because Trump was clearing the swamp. Because Trump was literally showing America, hey, look, all these senators and governors who say, they're there for you, they're not. There's been several people from the Democratic Party who have accepted money from either Russia or China or both. One's from California, one's from Michigan, DC, New York, it don't matter. All over the country. There have been people in positions of power who accepted money from foreign governments who don't like us. That instantly should have had them removed. Period. Because they're accepting money from a foreign government that wants to change us. They want to become, well, not even become us. They want to take us over and be like, America's ours now. You're China 2.0. I don't think so.
Professing their innocence. So we invited all of them to come in and testify to proclaim their innocence. What is interesting, Marie, and here's a little news for you. Anthony Blinken finally did come in and sit down for a voluntary transcribed interview in December of 2020 because he wanted to be Secretary of State. And now because of more information that's come out, we know that he lied bold-faced to Congress about never emailing Hunter
Under
Biden.
oath.
My guess is he told a bunch of other lies that hopefully we'll be able to bring him and his wife back in, tell them to preserve their records. You cannot trust Joe Biden. You cannot trust Hunter Biden. You can't trust the Biden family.
Bam.
You can't trust so many of the people that they have surrounded themselves with. I mean, these made men. I basically agree with that statement.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's the problem, Maria. What do you do when you have, in effect, co-conspirators of the Biden family inside the agencies, inside our intelligence agencies, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and you have the political party, the Democrats, who couldn't care less, have no interest whatsoever in the corruption.
Check out Dems Don't Care. I did a short with Tom MacDonald's Dirty Money. Check that out. It was pretty good. Check out Dirty Money by Tom MacDonald. Perfect timing. That dude's releasing bangers, man.
Yes, he did.
Love it.
He said he did not email Hunter Biden, and now we have those emails. We also know that his wife, using her private email address when she was a employee of the State Department, was basically a conduit between her husband and Hunter Biden as well. So again, I think there's so much more to uncover here. There's so much more investigation. He needs to be subpoenaed. I don't have that subpoena power. He ought to come in just voluntarily if he wants to proclaim his innocence. I doubt he'll do that, but he must and she must preserve their records, their personal emails. We need to get to the bottom of this. We need to show how corrupt these individuals are.
Well, I'm wondering
where
this stands in terms of James Comer's investigation in the House. You just told us that Anthony Blinken committed a felony lying under oath to the Senate.
Well, hopefully,
which is a crime.
James Comer does have those subpoenas. We're working with those folks as well. So we'll turn over, certainly our transcript. We'll make that public next week. And again, there's a lot of truth that has to be uncovered here yet that's being covered up by the deep state. Let's face it, the deep state knows what it did. These co-conspirators inside the agencies, they know exactly what they did. They don't give up their secrets very easily. They know how to hide things. They know how to slow roll everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why this keeps happening, and people do not trust any of these federal agencies.
Nope.
The media has also...
Case in point, which is where if a sitting president or a sitting party, such as the Democrats or Republicans, I don't care about the side, if they're weaponized to go after a group of people in the United States with no actual evidence or reasoning to go after them, should be gone. They should be gone. They should not exist. That's literally trying to keep the American people in fear. And last time I recall, the term for terrorism, and I mean terrorism or terrorists, are people who use threats of violence and action, such as what BLM did, what, Antifa did, and everything else, right? From the Summer of Love in 2020. That a lot of Democrats sat there and said, we need to take the fight to them. We need to attack them. If you see them, get in their face. Make them uncomfortable. Make them not feel safe. But none of them got in trouble for that, even though that was spreading hate and violence. But yet they want to get Trump for January 6th. The hypocrisy is insane. But this is where I'm saying we need to make it to the point where anyone in office at all, if they try to weaponize our agencies against the American people and not protect the American people like they're actually supposed to, then they need to go. FBI, gone. ATF, gone. Any other agency that's not doing their job. DEA. Gone. You really want to stop fentanyl and gun runs from, the southern border through? Completely close the border. Completely close it. And then do massive background checks. Thorough background checks on everybody. Everybody. You want to stop the cartels? Okay. Legit, then stop the cartels. Make a deal with the Mexican government. Say, hey, you really want to get rid of the cartels? You really want them gone? Like, gone? Let the United States come in. Let us come on in. We will get rid of them for you. And I mean, like, rid of them. No more cartels. And then, hey, no more drug runners, no more sex traffickers, no more gun runners. Oh, none of that. Because, in my opinion, there was a story about, a gentleman who shot a whole family over the fact that he was asked to not shoot his gun in front of his house. They said the dude was drunk and, he shot them in the neck or head. Assassin style. Most people don't do that kind of thing. And with the fact of where he came from, Mexico, proves that he's more than likely not just someone who came up here for a better life, but more of works with the Mexican cartels. Because, put it this way, they still haven't found him, as far as I know. I gotta still check to see if they have found him yet, but this was a story from the other day. Like, this is like 24 hours old, and they never found him. So, I'm pretty sure if they didn't find him by now, dude's in Mexico. So, it's kind of ridiculous, right?
Just taken the word from these agencies and run with it, and all of this goes viral, and it ultimately misleads the American people. We learned that through the Twitter files.
Yeah. Who remembers that?
Well, here's another example. So
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, spreading misinformation and false information and everything, and then silencing anyone and everyone who actually is telling the truth. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter back then. I mean, Twitter now that it's under Elon Musk, I don't know. But big tech working along with Democrats, shutting down Republican and conservative voices. Does that sound like free speech to you? No. Which goes to prove that the Democrats don't care about free speech. They don't care about anything other than their pockets being lined with money. And they'll make deals with anybody.
Report $400,000 of your recent income.
Dang.
It isn't until October 2021 where Hunter Biden, I guess, writes a check somewhere around $2 million to pay off his back taxes and penalties. That $2 million came as a loan from his West Coast attorney, who now we know is the managing director of the business that held Hunter's 10% stake in BHR Partners, which he said he divested himself of. So again, we don't know what these folks are doing. I mean, it is sleazy, it is corrupt.
And they wanted to hit Trump for tax evasion and shit. Are you kidding?
Right along with the rest of the folks.
Well, it's really amazing to me that we keep seeing this happen, given the enormous threat that is communist China. I mean, Joe Biden walked into the White House, and the first thing he does is he makes it harder for Congress to access the suspicious activity reports. Finally now...
Which should be suspicious. Right? Like, if he has nothing to hide, he'd be like, here you go. Right? He would definitely make sure there's, like, information in there that, shouldn't be out there. That's, like, super sensitive information that, would affect America. But no, right? They're like, no, we're going to make it harder so that, by the time I do get out of office, I'll be too old and they won't, arrest me because Biden's fucking 80.
James Comer and his team has been able to go to the Treasury and view those suspicious activity reports to actually indicate the amount of money that the Biden family has taken in from communist China. The other thing that Joe Biden did was he came in and he canceled the Trump initiative, the China initiative, which was actually indicting people who were complicit and accepting money from the Chinese.
Do you hear that? I wonder why he did that. I wonder why Biden did that. He's like, oh no, I do not want anyone who's receiving money from China to be, arrested and tried for, anything like that. But yeah, let's see here. So we have Hunter Biden, Haley Biden, James Biden. You have unknown Biden, James Gillier, John Rob Walker, Yi Jiaming, or whatever that is. So head of affiliate of Shanghai-based CEFC Wires Robinson Walker LLC, 3117. This one, and these two, bam, $3 million, $1.65 million. James Giller, Rob Walker wires roughly a third to Hunter Biden associate James Giller funded firm European Energy and Infrastructure Group. What European Infrastructure Group? Hunter Biden, 610,692. Companion companies linked to him, and it's just like an I whatever dot 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 dot. Haley Biden, 25K. This was 3617. Also 10K from Robinson Walker on 21317. James Biden, 360K, 31817. Companies linked to him, blanked out. And then unknown Biden, 70K. Companies linked to him, blanked out. Kind of crazy, right? And yet, they were all up in arms about Trump and all his taxes, where he's getting his money and everything else. But yet, proved that he wasn't working with Russia, he wasn't working with China. It was a problem when Trump was president, but yet it's totally fine and okay for the Biden crime family to make millions of dollars, probably well up into the billions of dollars. It's totally fine? Really? Huh.
Communist Party for selling intellectual property here. It's very tough to not ask the question
Treason.
Of whether or not Joe Biden is
treason.
And yet, this week, he acts as if nothing is going on. He announces a re-election campaign.
Well, Maria, Senator Grassley and I had those records through 2019, okay? And we laid out the vast web of financial transactions. We showed millions of dollars. What James Comer's able to do is he's getting new records from 2020.
Hey, look. Biden's best friend. Right here. This guy. Biden is doing what he's doing because of him. I'm going to do another video, Dirty Money by Tom McDonald, and I'm going to feature this clip right here. I'm going to literally just leave it right here doing this. Right? Dirty money. Dirty money. Dirty money. Right here. Dirty money. Oh, right here. Yeah. The Biden crime family business. Dealing with China. Dirty money. F these people. Like, it's aggravating beyond belief. And I'm hoping people really open their eyes, open their ears, and pay attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? Because it's ridiculous that Biden and his people have gotten away with this. It's ridiculous that you literally see that Biden is getting paid by China. For what? For what? Because, I mean, is it the fact that, majority of everything we get is from China? Like, mostly everything here is from China. Kind of ridiculous, right? Their economy is booming. Ours isn't. He's giving trillions of dollars to Ukraine. But yet, you have homeless crisis all over the country. You have food shortages all over the country. You have homelessness all over the country. You have all this stuff all over the country. No jobs, no homes. People are charged an exuberant amount in rent, plus utilities, plus everything else. But yet you have Biden giving trillions of aid over to Ukraine. In my opinion, we should demand our money back, and I think the American people shouldn't have to pay shit to the American government for a good solid 4 years. Meaning, nothing to the government for 4 years. They owe the American people. I'm not saying give us money, but the thing is, they gave money to a country that does not deserve our money at all. They're helping a corrupt, evil, and I do mean evil piece of crap. Kidding me? No. finish this off.
So the Bidens, think of this:
Uh.
the Bidens knew they were under investigation by the Justice Department
Yep.
and by Congress in 2019, and yet they continued their grifts, and more Biden family members took part of the grifts. That's how brazen they were. That's how confident they were that their co-conspirators inside the agencies, inside the media, would continue to cover up for them, not cover these stories like they didn't cover Senator Grassley's and my report of September 2020. If they had covered that, if they had covered the laptop, Joe Biden would not be president, and our country wouldn't
Exactly.
be on this path of destruction that his administration has put us on.
Well, I mean, the policies speak for themselves. They are having a negative impact on American families, and American families are reacting, saying we don't approve of the way he's handling the economy. We don't want him to run again. And yet, I guess
He has the lowest approval rating of any president in history,
that there is influence peddling underway.
which is ironic because he also has the supposed highest voting rate when he became president, which was also bullshit. Everyone knows that was rigged.
Right now,
China.
as a sitting president.
Russia. Oh yeah.
I guess. I mean, Hunter is certainly selling his art, right? Again, they haven't come clean. They haven't been honest. The media hasn't held them to account. And now
They're not
Joe
going
Biden
to.
wants to finish the job. What? What job? Destroying America?
Yes.
That's what path he's put this country on. It is scandalous. This is a sleazy family. They're a gruff family. They need to be held accountable.
What's your take on
I agree.
Susan Rice deciding to leave the White House the day before Joe Biden announces his re-election campaign? Why would she step down the day before he announces his re-election campaign?
Oh, that's obvious.
I don't have any greater insight. I think Senator Cruz said this. It just might be rats fleeing the ship.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
we'll
all the
see,
aides and
because
everyone who's
he
like left
was the
Kamala
support
Harris
of
because they're like, this
Democrat
woman
Party.
is
She
dumb.
an Obama confidant for sure. So we're going to be watching that story. Senator, you said you're going to release that information next week on Anthony Blinken. And
Oh, they should release it quicker than that.
What else should we look forward to in terms of your investigation and making those things public? When?
Well, again, we'll make those transcripts of his interview with us public so people can see exactly how he lied to Congress. And again, we will request interviews. We'll certainly send them a letter to preserve their records, their personal emails, their personal texts. We want to find out exactly what they were doing with Hunter Biden in 2015 and 2016. Remember, Hunter joined the board in 2014. Anthony Blinken became Deputy Secretary of State at the tail end of 2014. I think he was confirmed in 2015.
Yeah, he was confirmed in 2015.
He denied knowing any of it.
Senator,
And he obviously was aware of this.
yeah.
Oh, he was.
We'll keep watching it. Thanks very much. Great to see you this morning, Senator. Thank you.
Harlan O'Brien, kill me. I want you.
So, Biden crime family part 2. So, go figure, right? We gotta share this stuff, guys. We gotta get the word out there. We gotta spread it like crazy. So, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check me out on Rumble, Tactical Gaming 90. Check me out on YouTube, Tactical Gaming 90. Check out Heavy Duty Country. Check out Black Conservative Perspective. There's so many good YouTubers out there putting videos out there that you really need to check them out. Check out Liberal Hive Mind. Really good stuff. Congrats, bud, on you finally getting your gold play button. Heck yeah. Took YouTube long enough to actually, acknowledge you on that one. But I digress. That's it for the video. I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great stuff. Catch you for the next one. Later.